Okay, Monday morning, Business 110. And again, this week we're going to do the second half of the globalization. We're not going to talk much more about ethnocentricity, although now that you've had a chance to watch a lot of those videos, and hopefully, well, I know that your perception has been changed. Hopefully, you understand that until you really educate yourself about what other cultures and places look like, you can't make a determinant that we have the best of everything here. Okay, we're far from it, but that's my opinion after traveling. So we're going to talk a little bit more about ethnocentricity on the call. We got to make sure that we are up to speed on geography. I mean, the basics. We got to know where China and Japan are. We got to know 10 to 15 countries in Europe by now. We got to know South America, Central America, where Australia is, that Australia is different than Austria. We got to know African nations, not all of them. I don't know them all, but I can name 35 out of the 54 countries in Africa. By the way, Africa is a continent and not a country. So we got to know geography. We certainly got to know culture of every country. Well, it'd be great, but no. Of the places you're most interested in either traveling to or business prospects for. If you want to work in Mexico, you got to know Mexican culture. You got to be able to speak Spanish. You got to know how to act at a dinner situation, how to greet people, the body space, body language, gestures. So once you decide, hey, I want to live in Europe, I want to live in France, YouTube, Google cultural aspects of the country, and maybe things you shouldn't do as an American with a French person. So geography, culture, we got to look at ways that maybe look at working in the international environment. The number one way that students can get international is to teach English. And teaching English abroad requires you get a TEFL certificate. 12 months, 18 months, you get the certificate. And then you can teach English in so many different countries. And I'm going to send a video out for people who are interested. But that'll cover your flight, that'll cover your food, that'll cover your housing. You'll get a small salary and or a medium salary in places like Qatar or Korea, where you can teach English and then learn their language and maybe make contacts. And a lot of people stay in the country they started teaching English in. We got to talk about importing and exporting and what franchise, owning a McDonald's abroad. In Thailand, there are Americans that own McDonald's. They have to know the culture. They have to know how to speak Thai, or they're learning, but there are different ways that you can work abroad, own a business, deal with international business, and we're going to talk about those as well. So we have a lot to cover in this Wednesday class. By the way, we are meeting this Wednesday. We're meeting next Wednesday, and I'll give you an update on whether or not we'll be meeting on Teams the following Wednesday. So for now, assume you are meeting on Teams, just like we've been doing. I just put out an announcement that a week from today is your test number 1. So we'll talk a little bit about that when we're live. And I think that's about it. So hopefully everybody's learning some stuff. Hopefully everybody's engaged in the course. Hopefully everybody is doing their readings. Hopefully everybody is wanting to know more about other places and different topics that we'll be talking about. So appreciate you listening. Have a great week, and we'll see you on Wednesday afternoon.